Hi everybody, so this will be the beginning of my new crafty week. Today is the 4th of April. I forgot what month it is. Today is the 4th, this is Saturday, and today I decided to start my new crafty week, considering that my videos came out today, so I thought that it will be appropriate to start my week today. So actually I've had a little change in one of my projects that I am going to show you right in a couple of minutes, but I've actually decided to go back to my lighthouse from Chimera because I decided that I wanted to. I really miss this project when I just leave it for a couple of days, but I was making myself do that because I wanted to not get sick of it, considering that I've been stitching it for so long when I was here without all my kits, plus without the TV and the internet. So I had quite a bit of stitching with it, but and I decided to leave it for a couple of days and just focus on some other stuff that I'm stitching. Plus the new project is fun. But today I decided that I wanted to stitch a little bit of it again. So I did that. I don't know if you noticed any progress because considering that this is a very small count, this is like 25 count, though it's not a fabric, it's a net. It's a blend net. But when you do a little bit of stitching, as you can see here, sometimes you do not see the difference. I mean, I did do quite a bit of stitching of it today. I just didn't even expect it, but I don't see any progress. Maybe you can. Anyways, I've stitched a little bit of the grass, filled in a little of that, and started to stitch some of the road. I am kind of, weirded out with my with the color that the road is, because it's supposed to be kind of grayish or brownish, but it's pink. I think that it's kind of a dirty pink, so it looks kind of weird, but that's fine. That's fine, because when I look from the far, it looks amazing, especially this part with the tree. I love it. I love the colors. Let's see how much I've stitched today, at least this thing. So 35.2%. Again, the lighting is killing me, but 35.2% is already finished, and that's so fun because I can't wait for the 40. So okay, so this is the color that I'm stitching right now, but that's not interesting. And this is a timeline calendar. Today is the 4th, as you can see, and 970. I'm sorry, my husband is calling me and I can't answer him. I have only one. As you can see, I've stitched it for the last time on the 31st, so I haven't stitched it for 4 days, and today I decided to go back to it. So 970 is more or less my amount of stitching, like in one sitting. I try to go for 1,000, but I sometimes don't. Anyways, today I had like 30 half crosses missing, so I don't know, maybe I'll keep stitching it some more by the end of tonight, or maybe I'll do something else. I don't know, we'll see. I will go by the feeling. Anyways, let me show you the next project that I've done today, and this is the butterfly that I've started this week, or even a couple of days ago. This is butterfly from Dimensions. I'm kind of not used to saying Dimensions because I've never stitched Dimensions before, but I did have a couple of changes with it. As you can see, I've had some progress with this butterfly. I had some yellow stitched in, and the red and the orange, but I noticed that I started to get confused with the chart because I didn't cross on the chart. I mean, I didn't draw on the original chart, and the reason for that was, first of all, because it's not matte. It's kind of difficult to draw on because a pen just smudges. And the second thing is that on the same chart there are half stitches, back stitches, French knots, and if I start covering it up with some marker, I will lose myself. And because I didn't cross it, I started to get confused and I made a couple of mistakes. So my thought was maybe to look for digital chart, and I actually found it. I found it in a group on a Russian website, and I downloaded XSD file for Pattern Maker, or like I use Cross Stitch Saga. So let me show you what I found, and that made it so much easier. I mean, look at this. Okay, so first of all, I realized now that I've stitched 17%, which is a lot for the amount of stitching that I've been doing for this project, and I've just started it, so it's going pretty fast. Now if we open it, and again the light, you can see that I now can see how much I need to stitch, because I can highlight the colors and I can like count the crosses, plus I can cross them out, so that makes it a lot easier. And I actually crossed everything today, like everything that I've stitched before, so I didn't really stitch 1,232 crosses during this day. I just, I didn't. I just crossed something that I've stitched 2 days ago. So altogether 17.08% are finished from this project. Plus, what is great, I noticed that I have other types of stitches in here, which I didn't notice before because I didn't read the instructions, of course. But I am stitching full crosses right now, and apparently everything inside the circle around the butterfly is a half cross. So can you see? I've almost ruined it. If I didn't download this chart, I wouldn't have even known that I needed to stitch with a half cross. So that helped me a lot, plus the back stitch and everything. Then I can actually cross out everything that I don't need. So this is what is supposed to happen in the end. Can you see the black around the butterfly? You can actually see that something is missing there because I turned it off, but that's supposed to be a half cross. So that's great. I'm so happy that I found it. It made it much easier, and I think that that will make this project fly much faster. So we'll see. Maybe I'll keep stitching this tonight. I have the feeling that I will, just have to. There's another problem with this. I'm not really in love with the thread. I don't know what company the threads are. I need to check on the cover, but I didn't find where it said so. So if anybody had stitched Dimensions Gold Petites before, please tell me what kind of thread it is. I don't like the way the crosses look on the canvas. Plus, stitching on black is not my thing. First of all, I have animals and every hair that flies around is stuck to this canvas. I mean, you can see everything. I try to clean it every time, and can you see there's hair on it again? I mean, you cannot see it very well on white. I guess there's still hairs on that, but you cannot see them, and that's not making you so crazy. But on this, you can see every little drop. I mean, that's so annoying. And this morning, I actually found my cat sitting on it. I just took it out to stitch and went to make myself some coffee. And this little fella, this sleepy head right here, yes, he's sleeping here. He was sitting on top of the butterfly. He was just, I don't know why, but he decided that this was his new place. So he just sat on it. And I like asked him to move, and everything on here was covered in hair. So I needed to clean that up. And that's very annoying. So that's my story for today. Hopefully I'll be able to film a lot more during this week because my husband will be home. He's not working the entire week, so guess I'll need to find a place to film because it makes me kind of nervous when somebody's in the room with me and I need to talk on camera. So alright, so I guess I need to call my husband back because he probably doesn't understand why I don't answer, but I will definitely keep you updated on tomorrow's stitching, and we'll see each other tomorrow. So it's Sunday and it's the 5th and I am updating you. Actually, it's the middle of the day. It's more evening than day, but for me it's the middle of the day because I woke up really early today. I mean, no, I didn't wake up really early. I woke up very late today. I got up at about 11 o'clock. Sorry. I'm sorry. We live near a road and apparently people do not understand what's a quarantine because there are a crazy amount of cars outside. So hopefully you're not able to hear too much noise, but what did I want to say? I actually moved to the next level for this little project. As you can see, this is the part that I've showed you before, and today I started the next level, the next part, the next piece, I don't know, call it whatever you want. So I have outlined my borders and I kind of lined my squares. I used this pencil to do this for this project. This is just a regular pencil and I don't draw like really obvious lines, but the thing is that the coverage in this piece is very like tight. You cannot see the canvas. Even when the lighter colors are stitched, you don't see the back background. So it's okay to line with a regular pencil in this one because you can't see the lines after you cover them, so that's fine. And I took a larger piece. I'm sorry, my cat cannot leave with himself if I just put my cross stitch projects anywhere because he has to get on top of them. I don't know why. Anyways, like I was saying, I have covered a larger piece like to this side because as you can see, I have been stitching pieces like from this point on, but because of the circle, it actually took a lot of the, stitching area. So I decided to go this way, and that way I will just have to fill in, this part. I did stitch a little, I don't know, I actually had quite a good progress with this today because I have balance of how many stitches I do in this particular project in one sitting. It's more or less 300 to 350. When I go over that, that's great. I'm so happy because that's more or less my limit. So let me show you how much I've stitched today. So I have 16.9% stitched from this little piece, and actually that's not bad, but if I knew that it was 0.9%, I would have stitched a couple more, so I will cross to the 17. Sorry for the lighting again. I cannot find my place in this apartment. Anyways, if we open this, today is the 5th. I've actually been stitching it for 81 days, 81 days. Okay, 359 crosses I've stitched from this morning, and I think that's kind of good for this project because again, this is my norm for this project. I usually do this amount of stitching. If I do less, that's bad. If I do more, I'm happy about it. So this is what I've been stitching, and I'm thinking maybe I'll keep stitching it a little bit later on tonight. I don't know yet. When I see this piece, I for some reason really want to film a stitch along. For some reason I do. So maybe I'll do that sometime this week. My husband is actually not working the entire week because of the quarantine, so I don't know how I'll be able to film, but we'll see. I don't know that yet. Okay, so let me show you the next thing that I was stitching. Okay, so next is my butterfly from Dimensions. This is my new kit, and I actually have pretty good progress with it since I found the pattern on XSD. So I'm stitching it on Cross Stitch Saga now, and that helped me so much to progress with this one. But I absolutely hate the black canvas. I mean, look at it. I try to clean it, and I do clean it every day, every time I take it, but when you have animals at home, hair is like flying in the air, I think, because this is the season when they shed. My cat and my dog is shedding like crazy, and I am vacuuming every day, and like an hour after I vacuum, it's everywhere. I mean, the hair is everywhere, so I don't know what to do about that. But the thing is that black canvas really shows everything, so you can actually see a lot of hairs. Can you see that? This is so annoying. I mean, on white canvas you cannot see that, on white fabric, but this black one is driving me crazy. It's so annoying, and I can't clean it off. I mean, plus this project, for some reason, every time I put it whatever or wherever, my cat tends to go and sit on it. I don't know why he wants to sit on this, but I don't know. He has this thing. He tries to lay on my threads, or it tries to lay on this, and then everything is covered with his hair. So that's really annoying. Now, the next thing that I have encountered in this project is the crosses. There was a little cross over here, like here. This side I've already finished. How I'll try to. Can you see this? Can you see this? How do you take it off? That's so annoying. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Okay, so anyways, there was a blend in here, this one. I don't know if you're able to see, but this little blend is made out of 4 strands. I was actually thinking that I was mistaken, but if you look at the key from this project, there it is. I was thinking maybe it was a half cross, but no, half crosses are these. Oh my gosh. Half crosses are over here. There you go, half cross. This is a cross, and you have a cross made of 2 of each color. That means 4 strands. This is an 18 count. How do you stitch 4 strands on 18 count? This is crazy. I was actually thinking maybe I should have been stitching just 2 strands regularly, not listening to what the key says and just making it 2 strands, like just a blend, a regular one. But I've already finished this side and this little, thing, and I don't like how the crosses look over here. The hairs. Can you see the hairs? How do I get rid of them? And don't tell me to take a tape, because I've done that, and I have this hair remover for for animals, but I don't know, it's not working. Anyways, I have to finish only this little piece, like couple of pieces, and then it will be over. But it's really difficult to stitch 4 strands on this count of fabric, so I don't know who invented that, but I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm thinking that maybe I'll keep stitching this for a little bit longer, and then tonight I will move on or move back to my Scorpio. We'll see. I will definitely update you a little bit later again on how I want to progress today, but I do have a lot of stitching time, so all I need to do is just decide. Anyways, after this one will be over, I have a new plan. So hey everybody, so it's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's really late, but I really wanted to show you my progress for today before I go to bed, because I have had a full day of stitching and I am so happy about it, because I had quite a good progress with this one. This is my butterfly that I showed you before, and I actually kept stitching my Scorpio after I got tired of this one, because I don't really think that you'll be able to see. It is kind of noticeable if you try, but as you can see, I kept stitching with the black because there's a lot of black stitch in here. I don't have a lot more to go, but still I have some black on black, and that's really difficult to do. Not really enjoying the threads. I don't really understand what company threads are, but they kind of stiff and they're not really shiny as I would prefer, so I'm not really sure if that's all dimension kits or if that's only for the petite golds or for this particular one. But I don't know, I don't really enjoy the thread. I do love the way the brighter colors look on the fabric, because, well, as you cannot really see the black, but you can definitely see the yellow and the red and the oranges and the blues. They are amazing looking, so I really enjoy watching them on the fabric on black. I think that looks amazing, and I'm sure that all the ornaments around it will look even better. Again, hate the black fabric because of this. It just keeps picking up lint and picking up every hair that flies around from my animals. So it doesn't matter how much I will be vacuuming and how much I will be cleaning this little thing, I will still have animal, cat or dog hairs on it. Well, my dog hair is kind of dark, so my cat hair basically stick to this. He, like I said before, he always tries to sit on it. I don't know why, but he really, every time I take it out, he just comes and sit in the middle. Anyways, let's see how much I managed to stitch on my saga today. Let's just open my saga, and this is it. Okay, so for today I have 24.6% already stitched. Can you see the amazing beautiful ornaments around it? I think it looks really good. So this is the butterfly, and as you can see, a lot of black stitches. All the black around here is actually different colors, but I actually closed them so they won't be bothering me around with the symbols. All I have on my chart right now are full crosses, and everything that's, you know, black around it, it's a half cross. So as you can see, I have just a little bit left with the black, and then I'll be able to fill in all the rest of the colors, and can't wait for that. But for this day, the 5th, I have stitched 543 crosses, which is a very good progress, and I believe that what helped me, you know, mostly stitch so much of it is the fact that I use Cross Stitch Saga, and the fact that I really got a lot of help from it, you know, with this project, because I started really getting lost, and it became really difficult. So now the next thing that I've been stitching today is this. This is my Scorpio. As you know, I know it's kind of dark here, but the lighting is not so good in this room. I don't really know how I'm going to be filming here if I need to, but my husband is actually home for the entire week, so I'll need to find some place to film with some more lighting. We'll see where I'll do that. But I have been stitching this after I finished with my butterfly because I really had the urge to stitch this progress, or stitch this kit, I don't know how to call it, project, I guess. Today, I don't know why, what's the reason, but I really wanted to do this, you know, blue colored I'm trying to find the focus. I really was trying to do as much as I could from this, so tomorrow I'll be able to stitch something else, because I actually had this idea in my head today that maybe I should do like marathons with one project each day. I don't know, will it be interesting at all? Anyways, let's see how much I've stitched on Saga for today. So this is it, 17.1% is finished. Last time I showed you this, I think I had like 16.9 today, this morning. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think that's so. If we open it, I had just a little bit left to do, but then I got a little bit tired because I've been stitching for the entire day, and I decided that will be enough for today and I need to rest. So let's see, the 5th. Can you see the 6th? That's already today, so I didn't really stitch 15 crosses on the 6th. I just crossed 12 o'clock, so it showed me the next day. So basically for today I have stitched 536, and after 12 o'clock I added another 15 crosses. So that's a good progress for this project today, and I am really happy for, you know, having these days where I can just focus on my cross stitch and enjoy doing that, because I absolutely love this. Thinking for the future, how much time will I have to stitch, if at all, because when the baby comes, I think that I will be busy most of the time and I won't be able to stitch as much, but that's fine. I think we will manage somehow, because people with kids also do stuff, you know, other things. Anyways, I hope that everything will be okay. So that's about it for today. I don't know what I'll be stitching tomorrow. I don't make plans, but it will be something interesting. Hey, so today is the 6th, and it's actually, what time is it? I don't even know what time is it. I think it's about 4:45. Yep. So I am stitching today. My stitching day has started this morning at about 11 o'clock. So I am kind of having a full free day of stitching. I did do some homework, I guess you can call it. Vacuumed. We ate semi breakfast because it was a late breakfast, so it was kind of a brunch. So my husband is going to be home for the next week, so he is doing something in the rooms. We need to do some, you know, color around the house and a lot of things. Anyways, I don't know how to say that, but anyways, we need to fix a lot of the rooms. So we're doing that. I mean, he's doing that. He went out to bring a friend to help him and do some stuff in one of the rooms, and I have a couple of minutes to film this and update for today. So today I've started stitching my Ruby Thais, which I have kind of left for a couple of weeks, I guess. I don't even remember when I stitched it last. So this is what I have managed to stitch today. Kind of trying because it's, well, I've said that before, it's a hard project for me. I don't know why. I love the coverage. Can you see the coverage? It's perfect. Everything is so straight. The crosses are looking beautiful, but it's very difficult to stitch. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's my favorite count. It's an 18 count, but something is killing me about this one. Maybe it's really the red, like I have been told, and I do suspect that because red color really annoys when you look at it for a long time, but I am trying not to put it aside. I do really want to keep it going and see how it turns out. It is kind of an experiment because the materials are taken from Chinese kit and the threads are from China, so it's kind of an experiment of what's going to come out of it. But the chart is from Chimera, so I do trust their charts. I just don't really enjoy stitching this particular one, but I don't want to, again, I don't want to put it aside. I do want to keep stitching it, so I am trying to do it a little at a time. Today I actually had quite a bit of, you know, success with it, I guess you can say that. This is the little piece that I'm stitching right now. I did move to the larger part, and if we open the preview, this is the part that I'm stitching right now. So not as much red, a lot of dark-ish colors. Sorry for the light, but my window's open again. I have to open the windows. Being quarantined in the house, we need to make some, you know, stuff happen around because I can't sit around in a closed space all the time, so we opened the windows. Anyways, let's see how much I've stitched today. So it is the 6th, like I said. 457 crosses have been stitched from this morning, so that's quite a bit. On the 2nd, I actually didn't stitch 10,700. I just filled in all the pieces that I've stitched before. But considering that I've been stitching it for a long time, I mean, I've started it with my Scorpio, I am kind of behind. But 457, it's a lot, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just finish another color and then I move on to something else, and I will keep you updated during today on what I'll be stitching next. I think I'll move on to my butterfly, and I did have a plan to stitch my pillow from Pana again because I kind of missed it too, so we'll see how my ones will be happening I guess. Anyways, I will see you a little bit later on today. Good evening. Hey guys, it's 11:30 night and I am done stitching for today because I had a full day of stitching. I had a couple of home stuff going on, but not a lot. Mostly I was stitching today. So I have showed you my Ruby Thais in the afternoon, and after that I just picked up these next two kits. This is my pillow from Pana, and you all know that, and I have stitched a little bit on the sides. I haven't stitched too much of it because I was busy with my butterfly trying to do that, but as you can see, I was trying to stitch the dark sides, and then I just got tired and I decided to stop stitching for today because I don't want to go to sleep that late. Yesterday or last night we went to bed at about 3 o'clock, so that was way too late. So I don't want to do that again today. And I've had a lot of stitching going on today, so I'm satisfied. I guess I have reached my limit on stitching for today, and this is one of the projects Now the next one was my butterfly from Dimensions. I'm not really used on saying Dimensions. I never stitched Dimensions before, but yeah, this is my butterfly from Dimensions. As you can see, I've had quite a bit of a progress with that. I have finished all the black, finally, no more black on black, and I've started filling in all the little spots inside the wings, so it looks so bright and beautiful. I don't really enjoy the threads though. I don't think that I like these threads. They are really cardboard-like. I don't know, they're stiff. They don't have the shine that DMCs have, or even SGS, or even Encore threads, which I love Encore thread. I don't know what company this thread is. It doesn't say on the cover, but anyways, if you look all together on the butterfly, I think it looks so beautiful. And it's not really easy to stitch on dark canvas, on black canvas. It's really difficult actually. But I really do want to finish it because I think it's a beautiful design. Now, if we look on our progress, 28% are done. And opening this, gosh, I'm so happy that I found this chart on digital, because I never would have had these progresses with this kit if I didn't have that. I mean, I really did start to get lost with the chart. But today on the 6th, I have stitched 245 crosses, which is not that much, but considering that I haven't even noticed that I've stitched a lot of it today, I think that I had a nice progress with this. So this was about it for today. I'm not thinking that I'm going to be stitching anymore today, maybe for like 20 more minutes until my husband will come home with the puppy. But for now, I think that I'm going to go get some rest, and tomorrow another day of quarantine and another day of stitching. So I have a lot of time on my hands now until the baby comes, and then I won't have enough time on my hands, but that will be, you know, fine. We'll see what will happen. Anyways, that's all for today. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Hi everybody. So it's actually already like 11:30. It's kind of late, but today is the 8th, and well, it's kind of a holiday today. It's a Pesach, if anybody knows, but we are quarantined. So of course nobody's celebrating, the streets are empty, nobody went to visit families, and the roads are closed. So that's how we live. Hopefully everything will be getting better soon, and people will start getting better. But I'm going to talk about this. This is what I've been stitching today. As you can see, I have started the round circle around the butterfly, and I thank everything for thinking about finding the digital chart, because that helped me so much. I never could have ended this circle without this. I mean, I still have a couple of stitches left to go, but I think that with the digital chart, it was a lot easier. Of course, look, the fabric, no matter how I clean it, my cat's hair is on it. So every little drop of whatever sticks to it. That's annoying. But at least I finished all the black on black, which is great. And now I can't wait to see what's inside. I really wanted to finish the circle first so I can just start filling in inside it. There will be a lot of, like, I don't know how to call it, like florals and stuff, and there will be some French knots and stuff. A lot of half crosses, did I say that? But it's an interesting design. I really don't understand, I don't know, don't judge me, but I can't really find myself with dimensions. I know that a lot of people love dimensions, and I think for me, just for me, the price of the kits is much more than I guess they deserve. I don't know, I can't find the right design for me. I love the designs from Lucas. I love designs from Riolis, from Pana. I love Chimera, of course. I love Heaven and Earth if we're talking about larger projects. But kit-wise, I don't really find anything about dimensions that will really make me want to buy it and waste so much money on a kit. I don't know why. I prefer to waste more money on like Chimera or on HAED or something than this, but it's a good experience. I really enjoy stitching this. It's my first experience on black fabrics, so I think that's great. So let me show you how much I have stitched today. Where's my saga? There it is. Okay, so 39.5% I have already finished. I can't wait to see the 40, of course. But as you can see, I have just a little bit left around this corner. I don't know if you can see it, maybe like this. Just a little bit left to finish, and then I have some, spread out around the butterfly. And if we check our calendar, I've been stitching this every day since I opened this. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So altogether 5 days, and I think I have a very good progress with it. So yesterday I was stitching this as well. 102 only. I just started the circle, and today I decided to finish it, but I couldn't because I got tired. So 707 crosses are stitched during this day. That's the only project that I was stitching today. So I am happy about that, and I can't wait to finish it and start filling in inside the circle and just use all the interesting stitches, because there are metallic thread, like gold metallic, which is beautiful, and I think that will be very interesting. So that's about it for today. That's my project, my main project today, and we'll see how it progresses tomorrow. I think that I will be stitching a little bit of this tomorrow as well, but my plan is to go for my Chimera. I don't know which one of them, maybe the Lighthouse or maybe the Scorpio. I haven't decided yet, but definitely want to stitch them. Today is already too early, too late, so I'm not going to, but I really want to. So I think we're going to go to bed soon, because we keep going to bed at around like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what quarantine does to you. You just sit all night, watch TV, or I don't know, whatever. And that's about it, because it's just me and my husband right now, plus my dog and my cat, and the baby's kicking. But he's there too, so we're just like this little family. I'm sure that when he will be born, we will not be bored anymore, but for now we are just doing nothing. So hopefully everything will be okay, and I will see you tomorrow. Hi everybody, good morning. It's Friday. Yeah, this will be the last day of my crafty week, and I actually am updating you for the last 2 days of stitching because I haven't filmed for the last 2 days. Basically, I'm kind of self-conscious about filming when my husband is home, so I always try to do this when he goes out with the dog or when he's working, but he wasn't. Everybody's sitting at home right now, so yeah, so I am going to show you what I've done. So for the last 2 days I've actually been stitching my Chimera, and as you can see, this is the little part that I have been stitching, and I have finished it. Can you tell how beautiful this tree looks? And the hairs again, but again on the white canvas you can't really see that, but I have finished all the little stitches in this little piece, and right now I don't know if I'm going to do this today, because today I'm actually wanting to stitch a little bit of my other Chimera, of my Scorpio. Sorry, but we'll see about that. But this one is finished, so next stitching will be on this part. And yes, I am going over a little bit sometimes when I see like a couple of stitches spread like next to my piece that I'm stitching at that moment, because I don't know, I just don't want to go back to them if they're like 1 or 2 stitches. But I usually, you know, this is my limit, so I reach that and then I move on to the next. Anyways, it's finished. It's always nice to finish a little piece and then move to the next, and this way I think that will be the beginning of the lighthouse, so that's exciting. So let's see on Saga how much I finished stitching. Here it is, 36.5%. Good, very good. Happy about that. It's actually a little cloudy, not a little bit, it's very cloudy, and there's rain today, so I don't know what happened. Our world is going crazy. Okay, so this is the piece that I finished. I am going to be moving it over here. And yeah, like I said, there's a window already and the beginning of the house, so I am happy about that. Let's see how much I've stitched. This is our calendar, and I've stitched it on the 7th, 853, and then I skipped a day and stitched it on the 9th, which was yesterday, 839 stitches. I haven't reached my 1,000 for some reason, but that's fine. 800 is good too. I've actually finished that little piece like I told you yesterday, so I didn't keep stitching, I just moved on to the next project that I'm going to show you in a second. But really happy about this one. I don't know what's going on with the lighting, trying to, you know, focus my cell phone light because I'm filming with my phone, but that's fine. Anyways, this is finished. Now the next project that I was stitching is my butterflies from Dimension. This is ornate butterfly, and like I told you, I was planning on finishing this circle, and I did it last night. I actually took it a little bit later than I was expecting, but I managed to finish the circle, and thank God, thanks to my digital chart, I have, you know, I've made it right, because I was afraid that I was going to make some mistake and then it won't close, because I started from this way and I moved on like this, but I have finished it in the right way and it did fit right in its place. So then I moved in with the same color into the butterfly, because for some reason there's kind of spread a little bit of brown around the butterfly, so I'm going to finish that, and then I think it will be very interesting because I will go on to the ornaments around the butterfly, so that will be very exciting. But I have progressed with it a very long way, because I wasn't really expecting to. I was thinking that I'm going to get stuck with it. So 42.6% are finished, and if we'll see, I actually haven't stitched too much of it yesterday, last night, I mean, on the 9th. Yeah, on the 9th I've stitched for 49, yep, and then it crossed over 12 o'clock, so I've stitched another 176, so it's more or less like 200 and something crosses, which is fine for a couple of hours of stitching, maybe even less. Well, it's raining so hard right now, I don't even know what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to keep stitching today. I've actually made an order from a supermarket because we don't want to go out, so I'm waiting for that to be delivered. Hopefully it will be, because we don't have any food in the house. So we really need that order to come on time, and hopefully it will, because I've heard that there were problems with deliveries, because there's a lot of deliveries going on right now. So anyways, let's hope that our food will get here in time and we won't go hungry today, or at least we won't have to go out. So anyways, considering that today is Friday, I am going to film a little bit later on my last update for today's stitching, and then hopefully tomorrow you'll be able to watch this video. And yeah, so have a great day. We're having a rainy one, and hopefully everything will be okay during this day. Hey guys, so this is already tomorrow. Actually, I've crossed 12 o'clock, as it was. I wasn't going to. I was planning on finishing this video today, I mean yesterday on the 10th, but apparently I didn't manage that. So we did have a lot of plans today. We went out twice, once to the supermarket, though we didn't buy anything, and we should have, but still we went around town really carefully, but we did. Plus we drove to my mom's house to take some more of my stuff, and yeah, we had some plans today. Anyways, my shopping experience, I've ordered online a couple of things, and they actually brought it to me, but I've ordered, like, let me tell you in shekel, it was Israeli money, I mean. It was 800 shekel, but they only brought me like half of what I ordered, like 400. And that was so annoying, because I've ordered so many different meat products that I really needed to make food, but they didn't bring me anything out of that. They brought all the stuff around, stuff that I didn't really need, but they didn't bring me any meat. So that was so annoying. I mean, that was the reason why I made that order. I don't know, maybe because of the situation right now, they just didn't want to do it. I have no idea, but that was really annoying, because if I knew that that will happen, we would have just bought everything when we went out today. But okay, so that's not the issue. Let's go back to stitching. Today I was stitching my Scorpio from Chimera. Actually, I sat down pretty late for it, so I didn't stitch that much as I wanted. And because it's already like 12:40 at night, I'm not really sure that I'm going to keep stitching. I'm thinking that I'm going to rest a little bit, but yeah, so this is what I've been stitching today. This is actually the second project. The first one that I started today with is next to me. I'm going to show you in a second. But these are the crosses that I'm stitching right now. It's going to go a little bit up, and then it's over, because I've stitched them all into these corners. So I am loving the blue. I am so enjoying stitching this project. I cannot sit too long stitching it because my frame is pretty heavy, and considering, I'm going to just show you. This is what I've done. I'm sorry for the mess on this little, it's not even a table, it's kind of a little, I don't know, whatever. But I found this thing that my husband used to have, and this is what's holding my frame. So this is how it's being held, my teacup, and I just put this little fabric thingy to keep the fabric, you know, my canvas from getting dirty from this old thing. So it's actually pretty comfortable, I guess, but because I don't have to hold my frame, my legs are down here. I don't have to hold my frame, but it's kind of, you know, it's secure on that thing. So, but the way I need to sit, I'm just sitting on my sofa, and it's kind of difficult for me to sit that way for a long time because my belly is really grown and it's kind of giving me a backache. But I'm trying because I really want to keep stitching this. So let's see how much I've stitched today. Let's take my saga over here, and 17.2% are already stitched. I think it was 16.1 or something before. Sorry for the light, it's overhead light. Okay, so if we open our calendar, on the 10th, I've stitched 132 crosses. That was actually today, but because it's crossed 12 o'clock, it's the 11th now, so I've stitched 49, you know, additional crosses. So I'm just going to put them as one because it was one sitting. But yeah, this is not very good progress, but it still is a progress. So I'm still having a lot of stitching time ahead of me, and tomorrow is a fully free day, so I don't know, maybe I'll keep stitching this tomorrow. Now, the thing that I've started today with, my first project, and I've showed you this before in my first update, it's this. This is my butterfly, and I did stitch it after I filmed my first update today, and as you can see, I finished all the corners around the butterfly. I think it's looking so beautiful, and I started stitching this ornament around it. So I think that it's amazing, and the color is really bright on the black canvas. And again, the hairs, I don't know how long do I need to keep cleaning it, but I guess it's going to be forever. Anyways, I am loving this design. It's really beautiful and colorful, and especially it's my first trial on black fabric. Yes, it's on my Chimera. Anyways, it's my first trial on black fabric, and it's actually really beautiful looking. I mean, all the bright colors are really popping out, but still I am really happy that I found the digital chart, because I never could have done that using my original chart from the kit. I don't know if all petites are printed like that, but I would prefer the back stitch to be on one paper and the crosses to be on the other, because that way you can at least cross out what you've already stitched, and that will not, you know, ruin your enjoyment from this project. So let me show you how much I managed to stitch. I'm just going to go back on my tablet. Okay, so 48.1%. I'm getting close to the 50%, and I'm so happy about it. And this is what I'm stitching right now. Now, opening our calendar on the 10th, 572. I don't really remember how much I had before I've started stitching this morning, because I've showed you this in the morning when I just started today. But yeah, I think I've had a good progress with it today, because I've almost finished the top part and I just have to go back and down here. So I think it's beautiful. I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. Actually, now what I wanted to say I forgot, but this will be the end of my crafty week. I am going to start my new crafty week tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be able to upload the videos tomorrow. So thank you for watching. I'm hoping that you really enjoyed watching my projects grow, and I would love to hear from you. Give me thumbs up, write comments, and subscribe, of course, don't forget. Plus, you can also press the bell down below and know when my videos come out. That will give you the opportunity to follow my channel. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, keep safe and healthy, and I love you all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.